Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Blue Corner, and we're back at it again with the tournament results video. I didn't do one of these last week because there wasn't very much for me to talk about, and I didn't want to waste everyone's time with what was basically a 3-minute video saying, here's a one premium tournament, let's go. So I'm just throwing in a tournament from last week in with this week's video, and we're just gonna go ahead because Ultra Rare is now out in Japan and AL4 is out in America, and both sets have had some form of effect on the formats. We'll have to see though if it's just new toy syndrome or how things will pan out, especially in the case of Ultra Rare. And in the case of AL4, I think we have a good idea of what's going to be happening to our format as more and more tournaments happen. So let's dive into this. So as far as what happened last week, there was a WGP in Indonesia, premium tournament, 58 players. Lord won it, NLK Assassin got second and third, Dimensional Robos got fourth, and then NLK Assassin got 5th, 6th, and 7th place, with Spikes getting the last spot. The Spikes list is what we refer to as Standard Plus. Standard Plus is just how you describe a premium deck that is playing strictly a standard main deck, and then you've got your G-Zone. Like, decks like Spike Brothers are a good example of this. I'm trying to think what else is a Standard Plus deck right now. Maybe no, not Kagero. Maybe no, it's not Royal Paladin either. I have a sneaking suspicion that's going to be what Naruzar is, a Standard Plus, or yeah, or maybe some Thunderstrike will get in. But in any case, that's what a Standard Plus is, and Spikes is probably the most prominent one at this time. Now let's get on to what happened this past weekend. First up, we have a team tournament, WGP Osaka, standard format, and the first place team consisted of Royal Paladin, Oracle Think Tank, and Neo Nectar. Second place contained Royal Paladin, Oracle Think Tank, Neo Nectar. Third or fourth place, we don't know which one got which, has Angel Feather, Tachikaze, and Neo Nectar, and third or fourth place has Oracle Think Tank, Murakumo, and Neo Nectar. So we have a Neo Nectar on every single one of these teams, as well as an Oracle Think Tank in 3 of the 4 teams, as well as 1 Angel Feather, and then like your 1 Murakumo, and then Royal Paladin. Like, I still cannot understand how Royal Paladin is able to see success when, like, it's widely regarded as one of the worst decks in the game, and the booster, like the new booster set, I don't feel does enough to patch up its problems, but you're like, this guy isn't even playing Escapade, so how? Like, it's inconceivable to me that Royals are able to win. And like, someone's going to say in the comments, well, it's because Royals can just rush super hard early game. And if that's the case, then why aren't we seeing more like Axel decks doing better? But mostly it's just Murakumo that's able to do so. So I don't know. But Royal Paladin's also just an overly popular clan, so 1 or 2 will always get in. And in the case of teams, this guy had Oracle Think Tank and Neo Nectar carrying him, so yeah, like, I wouldn't be surprised if the OTT player here was also 7-2 or 8-1. Yeah, because I don't think a 6-3 record and a 6-3 record would be enough for a team to get in there, so I'm thinking the OTT player did work. So anyway, here's your Royal Paladin list. Here's your Oracle Think Tank list. It's pretty much what I'm playing right now too. Yeah, I think the only difference is, like, I'm not playing Omoyoji. There's some debate on whether or not you want to play this card or like a Sotorihime or something else. And then let's take a look at the Neo Nectar list, because this is some spice. So this I'm tentatively calling Token Turbo, as this one has a more of a greater emphasis on producing tokens to do things with, resolving Tomato, resolving Irminsul, and sacking them for Cecilia. Like, this one has more cards that are able to create tokens, and that's why it's running the cards it does. And a card that is featured at 4 in here that I didn't talk about in my Neo Nectar overview because I didn't realize how important of a card it would be for this type of deck is Sunlight Garden's Guide. So this is a promo card that Japan has. It's currently, I think, 2,200 yen or something, so it's about $20 to $25 American after conversion, that we are not guaranteed to have on set release over here. And that's kind of a problem because this card makes the deck considerably better. What does it do? So on Vanguard Rearguard, when it's placed, you call up to the same number of plant tokens as the number of plant tokens you already have on your Rearguard circle to open Rearguard. It's another unit that produces tokens and thus allows you to build a board that much easier. If you open with this in Sylvia, then that's 2 tokens. So if you opened with Sylvia, Sunlight Garden's Guide, and Irminsul, that's a free draw right there, plus a little bit of rushing power. If you opened with Merca and nothing else, then you can ride Sunlight Garden's Guide and get your second token, and that way on the next turn you can ride the tomato, sack them, draw a card, and go from there. And like the difference between being able to have Sunlight Garden's Guide in your deck and not having Sunlight Garden in your deck, I think is, it might be honestly comparable to having King and Queen in Nova Grapplers and not having King and Queen, because being able to just make tokens is so good for this deck. And this guy's playing cards to take advantage of it. He's maxing out on Becca, which I definitely downplayed in my video talking about it, and after playing around with this particular list, like, I really wanted to try this out, so I started doing a little bit of CFA games with it, and that'll eventually, like, be a video in itself. Like, Becca was not bad. I don't think she's triple rare worthy. I believe Merca is definitely worth being the triple rare over this, but yeah, Becca turned out to be a lot better than Craig was for me after my initial bit of testing. I do want to try out Corolla Dragon in this deck too, but in any case, like, I like this concept of Neo Nectar, and it's a viable build, Token Turbo as I am calling it again. And let's just pray that we can get Sunlight Garden's Guide here sooner rather than later. And then that's pretty much like the only photograph we were able to get of this. The other place teams we do not have images of, which is really unfortunate because I want to see how these other Neo Nectar lists are looking. There's only one other Neo Nectar photograph that I've got for now. Next we have the VGCS Yashiro Cup, standard format, 70 people. Shadow Paladin won it, but Angel Feather got second place. So there's your Shadows list, and then here's your Angel Feather list. I believe it's also running a promo card that Japan has, not as expensive as Sunlight Garden's Guide, but it's also not cheap. I think the promo card is about $15. I don't know if it's in here though. I'd have to see a picture of it to recognize it. It might be the farthest leftmost grade one here. No, that can't be right. Hopefully I'll be able to recognize it when I see another Angel Feathers, because spoiler, there's more Angel Feather tops in here. And then you have your Trace Market VGCS Japanese Standard. First place was Murakumo, second place and third place were Angel Feather, and fourth place was Neo Nectar. So there's your tip. I'd want to say standard Murakumo list. Man, that is some serious glare. And then we have Angel Feather once again. Damn, I cannot tell if the promo is in here or not. It's a grade 1. I know that much. It's like, yeah, she's like looking at you. Here's the other Angel Feather. No, I don't think I see it in here. Maybe the promo's not as important to Angel Feather as it is for Neos? That's unfortunate. And here's the Neo Nectar list. So this is playing less numbers of Sunlight Garden's Guide. However, if that's the case, you would want to play a higher number of Maiden of Trailing Rose to compensate for this. I feel like Harutoku Desu's deck list that he posted up on his channel is a pretty good idea of how to go about building a non-token turbo variant, i.e. you know Sunlight Garden's Guide, so what North America will have to work with when the set drops. Yeah, I liked his list a lot, and I might consider trying it. I don't know if I might try the 3 Corolla Dragon and 1 Rebecca, because truth be told, if we can get 1 Rebecca into play, you can just bounce it back, but without Sunlight Garden's Guide to ease the amount of tokens you produce, I don't know how often you can really resolve Rebecca, so cutting it to 1 when you don't have a full set of guides is quite reasonable. But Neos and Angels appearing, which is pretty cool. And then we have one more tournament for Japan. Yes, the 10th Fuji Cup, Japanese Standard, 26 people. Winner, Royal Paladin. And then the clan distribution was 5 Neos, 5 Royals, 3 Kagero, 3 Angel Feather, 2 Mega Colony, 2 Shadow Paladin. By the way, Mega Colony does have its promo, and it's not doing nearly as well as people thought it would. And then 1 of each Gold Paladin, Aquaforce, Pale Moon, Grand Blue, Murakumo, and Tachikaze. This is the Royal Paladin list. I do believe that there are 2 Exculpate the Blasters. Yes, I believe there are 2 in there. Or it's just the one in like the card next to the black force markers is something else, but so I don't know, like I just do not see how this deck is able to consistently top when Spikes and Neos are arguably just better versions of them because they build better resources. Like, I feel like Neo Nectar just builds more advantage than Royals do, and I think also rush decently hard. Like, if you open Sylvia Merca, that's pretty decent. In any case, so that's that for that. And then over for West, we just had BCS Toronto. Standard format, first place was Murakumo, second place was Kagero, third place was Oracle Think Tank, and fourth was Kagero. And then Premium was won by NLK Assassin, second was Ange Trois, third place was Coral, and fourth place was Standard plus Spikes. And yeah. Now, bear in mind that even though we saw a healthy amount of Neo Nectar in the teams and a healthy amount of Angel Feather in singles, this is the first weekend of a new set release, so Japan is very much under new toy syndrome, and they're also probably just as sick of standard format as we are, if not more so, because they've been under Oracle Think Tank for 6 months now, and people are just trying out these sets to see if they're better or just for something different, because the format is just so stale. And after this week, things will probably shift back to normal. We'll see how Angel Feather and Neo Nectar are able to fare as people go back to the old favorites of Oracle Think Tank and Shadow Paladin and Murakumo. But if my may be so bold, I could say that Neo Nectar could very well be like the clan that's just poking in, and it could be the fourth or fifth. Like, I feel like Neo Nectar and Angel Feather are very like neck and neck as for what will be like the fifth or the fourth or fifth best deck in the game. I do feel like Kagero is definitely falling out of favor. It's now a tier 2 deck, and Murakumo has managed to entrench itself as third best deck in game. Although seems like maybe Angel Feather might be able to play around a little bit better. Who knows? Like, we'll have to see some more tournaments again to get a better idea of what's going on. But yeah, all I can really say is, like, if you are an Angel Feather or a Neo Nectar player, you've got some good times ahead. And if you're a Gold Paladin player, well, you better go take your spot in the back of the bus with Nova Grappler and Aquaforce, because, oh lord, did this set suck for them. Holy shit. Like, Gold Paladin are just not good. Like, they cannot produce numbers, they cannot produce advantage, and their only good thing is high rolling the Ezel Superior Ride going first, and even then, that's not always enough to actually put a win the game. Like, your opponent can, some people in some decks can just not care about the Superior Ride and just still beat your face in. Like, yeah, like, Bushy Road really fucked up with Golds. And I think, like, a problem is, like, Golds, the backup grade 3s for Golds are just not good. Like, Pelennor is ass, and Sagramore is okay at best, but, like, Ezel is, yeah, like, you get that Superior Ride off, and that's really it. Like, the next set that they get supported needs Garmor, and it needs Garmor to not be bad. And maybe they can finally do something there. But in any case, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, this is BlueStar899.